bestie. My night routine varies from day to day. Sometimes I'm really productive. Other times, I just want to stay in bed. And today is one of those days where we're gonna be productive, obviously. Anyways, we're just gonna get straight into it. The first thing I want to do is hit the gym. So let's get ready for that. I just finished doing my workout. That was a really good sweat. I also got to use the sauna at the end, which is really nice. Doing that has a lot of benefits. Like, it's good for blood flow, detoxifying the body. This is like cracking me up. It looks like Wally. It's already dark, sadly. That is the one thing I do not like about the fall winter season. We are gonna head off to the grocery store now. We're gonna pick up some ingredients for dinner. I'm in between two different meals. First one being malatang. Sounds so good, so cozy. And then creamy curry udon. I love udon noodles. I am just gonna get ingredients for both just to have it. Finally back home. I'm gonna unload all the groceries into the fridge. Before we do anything else, I do need to get clean. I'm just sweaty, gross. I'm also on like my 4th day of not washing my hair, and I've been waiting for this moment, and she's starting to really smell bad. Good thing you guys aren't seeing this all up close. You guys watched my restocking my bathroom vlog. I did buy a few things, which I have yet to put in the shower, so we're gonna do that right now. My hair has been bleached so many times. I do have a very particular hair care routine. I first go in with the K18 Leave-In Molecular Hair Mask. I'm just gonna work this on my ends, especially in the back here where my hair was burned off. This is a recent product that I got. I just use this on the ends again. And then last step, I go in with this Honey Milky Precious X Repair Oil. I'm just gonna half hair dry it. Not know what meat to pick up, so I just picked up the one that looked familiar. This is used in shabu shabu, so I think we should be good. And this has everything that I need. We have napa cabbage, bok choy, mushrooms, and then my favorite, which are I'm blinking out. Look at me. I remembered. They're called gnocchi mushrooms. Pardon my pronunciation. Vegetables first. I already did the rice cakes. This looks so good. Now we're gonna add in the noodles. And if you're curious, my noodle of choice is the Chinese white vermicelli. You're gonna get like more of a chewier noodle experience, which I love. Meanwhile, that's boiling. You wanna try these grapes? I will wash them first. Sometimes I don't though, just letting you know. Taste test. Okay, not as crunchy as they could be, but they're not soft, so. Oh my god, you guys see that noodle? Look at my chopsticks that I got from Japan. They're so pretty. How does one get the wide vermicelli without it slipping away? Olipop is actually like my guilty pleasure drink. This and a Coca-Cola, it just hits with every meal, especially with a good fizz. I just love the texture of rice cakes. The chewiness is just like so satisfying to eat. Okay, it was getting really hot in that sweater, so I just threw on a tank top. Before I get cozy and comfortable, I'm gonna force myself to clean up. I find it really hard to bring myself to do this because like after cooking a meal, just like at the end of the day, cleaning is the last thing that I want to do. But I've noticed how much a difference it makes in the mornings, just how like more productive and energized I feel when the space is cleaner. My dad did set up my record player out here, so we get to play some like music and kind of romanticize cleaning. I believe that's true. Can we guess what I'm gonna pick? This is my first time opening this, by the way. It's literally me. Garbage disposal suddenly stopped working. So this is what our sink looks like. That's a job for tomorrow. I'm gonna throw these in the wash. Someone's clothes are already in here, so I'm just gonna put this with their load. I did more of a deep clean than I had expected to, which is good because the space feels so much cozier. I'm like excited to spend the rest of my night here. On that note, I feel like I deserve a well-earned treat. Now I am on my period. So I do want to bake some Halloween themed cookies. Very fitting. And I have these. I also have the True Fruit white and dark chocolate frozen strawberries. And dark chocolate is actually supposed to be really good for you on your period. So I might just snack on these mainly, but I kind of just want to make these for the vibe. I'm just gonna put butter on the tin foil because we don't have a non-stick spray. Comment down below your favorite Halloween themed movie. If you remember back in the day, 2 years ago now, I filmed a similar video to this and I think we watched Halloween Town and I'm probably gonna do that again. It's like a classic for me, specifically the one with Ryan from High School Musical. That and Harry Potter, but you guys knew that already. I've been actually overly obsessed with Harry Potter lately. Like I've been watching it day and night to start my morning. Like it's so comforting.
Cabelos cor de mel singela.
Guys, my neighbors are going crazy. They're having a party. Sounds kind of fun. They didn't invite me though, so my sisters and I are going to go for a late night walk. You guys could probably tell I'm a night owl, so my average sleep time ranges from like 11 to 2. Yesterday I slept at 3 actually. I was looking forward to doing this, especially to get some steps in after all the sugar I just had. Really like where we go also because you can see the whole downtown and it's really pretty. So let's go.
Só na vida que a vida não é na janela que se olha.
This is the Coronado Ferry Landing and it has such a pretty view of downtown. I just recently experienced walking here at night and it's a good reminder like there's so much beauty in San Diego. Wow.
Fecha os olhos e você vai ver.
you right now.
Deixa que o amor invade a porta da tua casa. Deixa que o carinho seja o beijo de uma flor. Deixa que o amor.
Alright, we have my tea, we have my book. I just want to read for a bit. I'm actually on the last few pages of Tomorrow. I'm so excited to finish the book. I have not finished one in... Oh my gosh. I did listen to a good part of this ending on audiobook, so I just wanted to read the last few pages on paper, so I can really feel the satisfaction of closing the book. Anyways, I just want to sit here for a bit, be cozy. I'm finished! This is my first and only book that I finished in 2025. I'm not gonna go like in depth about how I felt about this book, and maybe I'll do that for a later time, but just to share like some of my favorite things about this book. First and foremost, author Gabrielle Zevin. Loved her writing. I don't think I've come across a book with this sort of literacy. The way that she writes is very poetic. I feel like she's really great at description. As I've learned from this book, there's so much detail that goes into creating video games and playing them. This book was similar to Just for the Summer by Abba Jimenez in the way that discussing how our traumas stick with us, how they continue to affect us into adulthood, and how we often tend to hide our traumas, and it manifests in our choices, in our communication styles, which is very crazy because I just had a conversation about like something similar. I feel like I picked it up for a reason. I really saw myself in both characters, Sadie and Sam, especially in the overthinking. I do appreciate when a book is willing to go deep into a character's trauma and really show how that plays out into their life and how it affects them. That is very real life, and I think a lot of readers can see themselves and connect to them and feel seen. That is a beautiful thing about books. If you read this book, you get what I'm saying. And if you haven't read this book, go read it. I do want to get through just a little bit of editing. I know I should be asleep right now, but this is what I mean. I'm a night owl girl, like, ooh. It will be 1 a.m. and I'll be like, I'm just gonna edit, and I'll do it for like a good hour. It really depends on the night. It really does. Today, I really have a desire, a craving to get through this video and hopefully finish a good amount of it. I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer. For some odd reason, I always get a random burst of motivation late at night. I'll suddenly think of the best video ideas, decide to get my life together. That is why I have to put a time limit on myself, because I could genuinely be here till sunrise. And in some ways, I do appreciate this random burst of energy because I can get a lot of things done. For example, this night I made the decision to start 75 soft, and so I did a bit of research, wrote out my rules, and this would set myself up the next day to be more productive and to work towards my goals, as cheesy as it sounds. Moving on to my skincare routine. I'm tired but not tired, and this is what typically happens for me when I am on that time of the month, which I really don't mind being a night owl. Same way people probably love waking up in the morning. For me, I'm getting things done and living my life when everyone's asleep, so I feel like in a way it's more peaceful. After washing my face, I always go in with these Medicube Zero Pore Pads. This week is a busy week. I'm like nervous and excited for everything that's going on. I tend to take on a lot of things before my period for some reason. I just get really ambitious and then it comes crashing down because I overwhelm myself, and then it's like the worst time to do that. Balancing face mist. This has been a staple in my routine lately. Next, I go in with the phytomucin glow serum. This product might be my new holy grail. It reminds me of the snail mucin, but I think I like the ingredients list on this one better. I am taking acting classes and I'm submitting myself on Backstage, which has acting job opportunities, but I did get my first sort of like booking.
I like that laugh.
It's for a student director at USC. And USC, which I did not know, is the #1 film school. I feel like I'm downplaying this, but like, I guess it's kind of a big deal, but like, it's also just like a scene, but also I'm just like very grateful. Sometimes I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but also like I do want to acknowledge how like cool these things are and my accomplishments, you know, and I tend to not do that at all. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and that's also my skincare routine. Given that I usually am breaking out during this time, the skin is actually kind of D. No pun intended. Transparently, at the end of the night, I would probably be on FaceTime with Ernie watching Harry Potter. But because he is asleep today, it is the perfect excuse to not be on my phone and journal. I've been seeing so many videos about the importance of journaling at the end of the night and just documenting your day, and I can attest to that because the week that I had spent journaling, every time that I go back and look through those entries, I'm suddenly like back in that moment, understanding what I was feeling, what I was going through. It's just so much more insightful. I feel like I learned so much more about myself when I'm actually writing about the things that I'm going through. I'm going to sleep now. The reason that my night routine is so jam-packed and productive is because I'm staying up so late. So don't do this if it means sacrificing sleep. Like if you're having to wake up early, don't do this night routine. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, love you.